Hey guys, what's up? It's your YouTuber Jaya. Welcome back to my channel. We talk about all things money, finance, and entrepreneurship. Guys, I am not going to jump into a video without addressing some of the big elephants in the room. Elephant number one being clearly, I'm in a different location. If you haven't watched my previous video, go watch my previous video. I moved from California to Texas, so I am in a new location, and that is why things look a bit bland. But I didn't want to go all of this time without posting any content for you all. I have been going weeks without posting content, and that is unacceptable. That is completely unacceptable. So I was like, you know what? I don't care if we're filming outside. I'm making a video. And so in today's video, we are going to be talking about 5 of the highest paying degrees. There is a rumor going around. There's this rumor going around that I am anti-college. I am not anti-college. I am very much pro-college. I am anti-student loans and stupid degrees. Those two things are very different. Those are two completely different things. On this channel, we talk a lot about financial literacy and making financial decisions and making good financial decisions. And going to college is probably one of the biggest financial decisions that you will make, next to buying a car and getting a home. Going to college can impact your finances for at least, at the bare minimum, 10 years. On average, 20 years, and sometimes for the rest of your life, because some people are stuck with their student loans for the rest of their life. It takes the average person, 21 years to pay off their student loans. I know that there's people on the internet, I paid off my student loans in 5 years. I paid off my student loans in 10 years. Good for you. That's not the average person, okay? On the bell curve, they're on their extreme, okay? The average person takes 21 years to pay off their student loans, and the average student loan payment is $393. That's almost $400. $400 a month. You are signing up for a $400 a month payment for the next 20 years of your life. That is a very, very important financial decision. The degree you choose is so important because the degree you choose will determine what job you have, or if you have a job at all. If you choose a degree that doesn't translate into you getting a job, you are still going to be stuck with that $400 student loan payment. Yet, you won't have a job to pay the student loans back. So the degree you choose is an extremely important financial decision. And a very, very common rebuttal is, well, if the degree that I choose doesn't have a stable job, then I'll just get a job in another job market outside of my degree. And my response would be to that, what was the point of going to college in the first place? What was the point of taking out the student loans? If you get a degree in, communications, yet you have a job in mathematics, what was the point of going to college? What was the point? Because college is so expensive, a $40,000 price tag, a $50,000 price tag, even a $20,000 price tag, you need to make sure you are getting the best return on your investment when you go to college. That includes getting a degree in a job market that has a promising job with a promising salary, and making sure it is economically possible. Not, I'll get to it one day, but actually making sure you have a feasible plan of paying your student loans back within a reasonable time. Coming in at number 1, the very first highest paying degree. I could not get around this one when I was doing my research. Coming in at number 1, we have engineering. All types of engineering. Any type of engineering. Everybody wants engineers. Engineering is a high-paying degree because engineering is in very high demand. The higher the demand for the job, the higher the paying for the degree. I believe that everybody can try to be an engineer, but everybody isn't going to be an engineer because everybody's brain is different. Some people are extremely creative. Some people are extremely analytical and mathematic. And that's okay because everybody is different. Therefore, because there aren't a lot of people who are equipped to become an engineer, the degree is very high paying if you are able to get a job in that area. An engineering degree requires high level of mathematics, critical thinking, physics, and other things of that nature. It pretty much seems like the job market for engineering degrees, pretty much all the salaries start at about $65,000 to $70,000 a year. Different salaries for engineering include computer engineering at $74,000 a year, aerospace engineering at $70,000 a year, chemical engineering, electrical engineering, industrial engineering, mechanical engineering, miscellaneous engineering, just whatever engineering, civil engineering at $63,000 a year, and general engineering at $62,000 a year. So it seems like if you get an engineering degree, if you are able to get through all of the mathematics and critical thinking and physics classes and whatever classes you have to take to get your engineering degree, if you are able to get through it, it seems like you're going to have a pretty promising salary on the other side. And I'm pretty sure that the $70,000 a year and $62,000 a year, if you were to work very hard over the course of 10 to 20 years, you could most likely work your way up to a six-figure salary with this degree. Coming in at number 2, we have computer science. Now, a computer science degree can be very, very tricky because in some situations, depending on what school you go to, a computer science degree can be completely useless. Useless in a sense that, not that you can't use it, but useless in a sense that depending on what college you go to and what programs they have and how advanced the programs are, everything that you learn for a general computer science degree for your bachelor's, you could have taught yourself, whether that be coding, computer software, building websites, taking computers apart. I mean, whatever it is. Also things such as the computer being outdated, the curriculum being outdated. It just seems like in some cases with some colleges, at the computer science degree, you're not getting the best return on your investment. However, if you get a computer science degree and you are to specialize in something very specific, it can actually turn out to be a very high-paying, useful degree. Some specializations include cybersecurity, artificial intelligence. These two things are extremely high demand right now. Higher demand, higher paying. And the average salary for these specializations can range from $50,000 to $100,000 a year. Depending on what company you work for and the type of specializations that you have and how long you've been doing this, you can work your way up deep into the six figures, $400,000, $500,000 a year. Coming in at number 3, the third highest paying degree is physics, a physics degree. Physics, like computer science, like software engineering, is a highly respectable degree. Why? Because it's not easy to get a physics degree, because it's not like, a philosophy degree or anything simple like that. It is a highly respectable degree for people who are highly trained in what they do. Physics degrees require high level of mathematics, high levels of science classes. It requires a lot of training and a lot of critical thinking, which is why these degrees are in such high demand. The workload for a physics degree can be very heavy. The hours are very, very long. However, if this is something that you're possibly interested in, if you are good at mathematics and science and you want to try, I'm always advocating for people trying. Just because it seems hard, you may never know. You may be really good at it. I definitely say that you should try to get a physics degree, because if you are able to get this degree, if you just push through for the 4 years, the salary, the job market, you are pretty much, I don't want to make a blanket statement and say that you're pretty much guaranteed a job, but I don't know too many unemployed physicists. Unemployed for no reason, okay? I actually don't know any physicists, but you get my point, okay? The median salary for a physics degree is $67,000 a year. But like I've been saying throughout the duration of this video, I think you guys pretty much get it that I'm really big on working your way up in the company. If you get hired at a job and you just stay complacent at your position because you're happy there, then that's fine. If you're happy with your salary, then that's fine. But if you're not happy with your salary, if you're unhappy with these numbers, you can always move up in the company and you can always renegotiate your salary. Different jobs for a physicist include chemical engineer, meteorologist, and aerospace dynamics. Coming in at number 4, the fourth highest paying degree is biology. Of course, biology will always be a high paying degree because biology is medicine and we're always going to need doctors. It's not like there's a trend or a fad We're always going to need people who understand biology, who understand the human body. When doctors retire, we're going to need new doctors. So biology will always be a high paying, high demand degree, especially if you're specialized in a certain skill. If you go through medical school and you choose to power through medical school and go to get your PhD to become a doctorate, when you get your doctorate, that is when you start seeing the extremely high paying side of the biology degree. Different doctors include an anesthesiologist, a physician, a dentist, a surgeon, a pharmacist, a podiatrist. When you start becoming a doctor, especially like when you start getting into your own practices, that is when you start to see the six figures, the $200,000 a year, the $300,000 a year salary. However, do not be discouraged if you do not want to become a doctor. There are still plenty of ways for you to get a high-paying salary with a biology degree. Travel nurses can make up to six figures. Dental hygienists can make up to six figures. And a plethora of other jobs that you can get with a biology degree that make significant amount of money. And last but not least, the fifth highest paying degree is, I'm going to let you guess. 1 second. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll tell you. The fifth highest paying degree is nursing. I put this one on the list because it's not as high paying as engineering or software engineering or physics. But like I've been saying, everybody isn't going to be an engineer. Everybody isn't going to be a physicist. But I still wanted to put something on here that the average, I don't want to say average, but like the more average person could achieve and get a degree in, so they can still make a decent amount of money, because we all deserve to make decent amount of money, right? Right. On average, people with a nursing degree earn between $50,000 and $65,000 a year, which is still a good livable salary. And you can get a lot of different positions with a nursing degree, because we're always going to need nurses. When nurses retire, we need new nurses in the workforce. So the job market is open. Different type of nurses include a travel nurse, school nurse, army nurse, prison nurse, hospice nurse, research nurse, midwife nurse, regular nurse, any type of nurse that you want to be, because we're always going to need you. Where would the world be without nurses? What would we do? I don't know. There's a plethora of nurses that you can choose from. Their job market is very fruitful when it comes to nursing degrees. So it is a good return on your investment if you were to invest in this degree. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I am so excited to be back filming content for you all. If you have any of these degrees, let me know. If you want to talk about what your salary is in the comment section down below to give people more ideas. I try to incorporate things in here for the more average person. If you're going to decide to go to college, it is very important to make sure that you get the best return on your investment, because this is one of the biggest financial decisions that you're going to be making like in your life, next to like getting a mortgage. So it is very important that we think critically and we think wisely about these decisions. Make sure you give this video a big fat thumbs up, okay? Make sure you comment down below and make sure you subscribe, okay? Why wouldn't you want to subscribe? We're talking about degrees, we're talking about salaries, okay? We're talking about fun stuff. The party is lit over here, okay? Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. And in the meantime, stay strong. Bye, guys.